Today, guys, in today's episode, um, it's easy for us, those who have a job, to talk about working environment and stuff. But we have to understand more in the concept of the graduates. They are just fresh, coming out of university, finding a job as well, and it is not easy. It's not easy for them to get a job. And on top of that, we know that the unemployment rate is actually very high, but at the same time, the amount of jobs available in the industry itself, it's a lot. It's crazy. So what's the issue here? We would like to know more by asking this candidate themselves, the students, graduates, and some of the employers as well. And let's see what they thought on this. So my job today is to meet them, ask them questions, and see whether I can get something out of it. Okay, hi. So today we are in Sunway Pyramid, right?
Right.
Looking for a job. A lot of us in Sunway looking for a job as well. So I just want to know, before I start, can I just get your name by the way?
My name is Ganesh Kabila.
Ganesh.
You can call
Ganesh?
me GK.
GK.
Yeah.
GK. Yeah, that's a very catchy name, GK.
Hi, my name is Ahmad.
Okay, hi, my name is Sabrina.
Okay, GK. Today we are here in Sunway Convention Center, right? Some of us are looking for a job, and they are like employer looking for candidates for to fill up their position as well. So I just want to know, in 2023 this year, how easy or how difficult it is to find a job. Can you just rate from 1 to 10, where 1 is actually the easiest and 10 is actually the hardest as well?
Honestly, it is. It depends on what kind of person you are. Like some of us, we settle down for the job that we get, but some of us we want to get the job that we want. So if you would ask me, it is not that very hard to get a job if it's just a job. But if you want to get the job that you really want, then it's pretty hard. So probably about 6 out of 10 is how easy it is to land a job.
Depends on position that you're looking for as well, right?
Yeah, position and the type of job you are looking for. If it is any job, then it is quite easy to get. Because there are plenty of jobs out there, I believe. Yeah.
So I would say 7 lah. Um, mid, I mean mid to hardest part, because nowadays I believe there are lots of potential candidates, and also it's very challenging whereby company also need hire those who experience the most lah.
I think maybe 8 could.
So
Yeah,
it's very
8.
difficult.
Yeah, it's not very difficult, but nowadays you really need to compete. Like if you're a fresh grad, you really need to compete to get a job lah. Basically, they are looking for your CGPA, your qualification, what you can offer to the employers. Yeah, I think 8's good. Yeah.
It is actually quite high as well, I would say.
Most
Okay.
lah. Yeah.
Okay. Now coming back to the second question, a bit because I'm myself a bit confused, because the rate of unemployment is actually quite high,
Yeah.
in our country itself. But at the same time, the amount of job available in the country where companies are offering a lot of jobs is quite high as well. So actually, the numbers is high on both end. So what do you think on this?
Well, I think lots of aspect play in this role, especially in terms of salary. But nowadays, if you say the basic salary, let's say 1,600, if you live in KL, for me personally, it doesn't enough. Even if it's 2,000 also in the mid of KL, it's not enough. So I think in terms of salary also need to revise. As we know, as this day inflation and so on, so the goods keep increasing, but the base price, the base market salary is maintained. Yeah. Even though it has been raised last year, but for me personally, not that much.
I mean, in the sense of they keep on increasing it, but it doesn't meet the valuation that we actually have for ourselves as the upper potential candidates who will be working for the company as well, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think the first one, as I mentioned before, salary. The second part will be in terms of the flexibility itself lah. Let's say nowadays they have let's say if you want to work, if you want to work, maybe some of the company offer like flexibility, work from home and sort of that. So I think most of the candidate, of course lah, will apply for those that suit them the most lah. I think employer also need to tackle this issue lah. Let's say provide more flexibility to the employee itself. So in so that can tackle the issue. Let's say even though have higher vacancy, but first maybe the salary
Okay, I see.
quite low, so doesn't interest the candidate.
Correct.
The second one will be in terms of the benefit itself, the
Why for the
flexibility.
complaint?
Yeah.
Correct, understand.
It's as simple as like what I mentioned, like people out there come out as a graduate, they feel they have the skills to already join a company, but from the company's perspective, they still value them as a newcomer, as somebody who doesn't know much. So they wouldn't immediately absorb you into high rank positions or whatsoever. So that is why they are very selective. But the graduates out there think they are good enough to do certain level of jobs. So they feel like the normal ones are not, like maybe starting level job is not something that they are attracted to. They are more inclined to maybe admin level or bigger level, higher level jobs, you know. So that is why I feel sometimes people nowadays, we are more choosy, but the employees out there, they are probably more, I mean the employers out there, they are more selective, which is why employment rate is very low, but job availability is still very high.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
I mean, that's a very nice perspective for looking at it, into it as well.
In my opinions, maybe
Is it because of the salary? Is it because of the benefits we offer is not enough? I'm like, how can this be a thing?
I think maybe because the cost of living is very high. If you're living in Kuala Lumpur, right? That contributes to why the unemployment rate is very high lah. And then maybe because there is argument between minimum salary that they can offer it for the fresh grad, right? So I think that contributes to the why there is a lot of jobs, but the salary that they offered is very minimal lah. It's currently, for example, like if you have a high CGPA 3.5, you can get high salary, but that doesn't mean that people who don't get 3.5 above, they don't qualify for that positions. I think maybe they're looking for employers think that people who has 3.5 above CGPA, they are very qualified to get a salary very high lah, I think. Yeah.
Understand. So it not necessarily just because of the CGPA, but it plays a very big role in sense of getting a job. So right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just like one special question for you because I believe because I noticed just now you were actually looking for candidates as well. Right? So just my question is that how easy for you to find the right candidates for the position that you have as well? Is it easy for you to just like mention, okay, you are the right person for the job, or that does every single time you go for a career fair you will find the right suitable candidate as well? Does it happen that way or no?
No, basically, I need them to go through interview first lah, to see their behavior, how their personality. Yeah.
So that it has to come to the sense that you have to come to our office interview as well.
Yeah,
Not only that.
It's not just you come to career fair and I just pick you. No, it's not like that lah. Yeah.
Okay. Next question would be something related to as the unemployed person as well. So what should we do? I mean, like during the unemployment phase, after we graduate, maybe after we lose a job and finding a new job as well. As an unemployed person, what should we do during that phase before we get offered to a new job?
So for me personally, develop our skill, or maybe we can attend any professional certificate. Like nowadays, I believe like every state has their own training program whereby we can attend for free or maybe pay for 100 or 200 ringgit. And at the same time, even though we work but in different category, But at the end of the day, if we want to apply for our desired job, the previous experience will play important role, even though in different industry. So I think that would be the case lah.
So additional skills learned from time to time actually will help you in a sense of finding a job better for your future as well, right?
Yeah, true.
I think maybe you need to upgrade your skill basically like maybe go to LinkedIn Learnings, get a certificate or while trying to find a job or maybe you can start a business. I mean, in order for you to start business, it requires you to have some money kan. So macam I can suggest maybe do a part-time jobs.
Start with something first and then upskill yourself.
You cannot wait for the job to come to you lah. In nowadays, currently we need to find a job lah. Kita tak boleh macam sit still and do nothing. Macam even though you have like 3.5 above CGPA, but there are many graduates experience.
What do we do? There's plenty of things, but if you ask me what I would do or what I did is try to learn a skill set or try to venture into entrepreneurial things lah. Like you can sell something, come up with a product, or dive into being self-sustained person.
So you experienced this before yourself. You started your own product.
I've not started my own product, but I went into being an agent or dropship agents or taking up a product and being resellers or something like that, so that you are in a way learning what is business like. At the end of the day, I think everyone should strive to be working for themselves, because I think that will give them a comfort of beautiful life and a happy working life. Yeah.
Understand. So coming to the next question now, I'm just curious to know because there's a lot of jobs available out there, okay, right? And but then these
Is it true? There are a lot of available jobs right now.
it is stated
Okay.
that this job is actually a lot.
Okay.
But then the right candidates is not coming to their way as well. Means that they want to offer jobs, but they are unable to get the right candidates for that position itself. While the rate of unemployed is actually very high. Means
Yeah.
that sometimes I would say that they are quite choosy in a sense of picking the job as well. They are looking for the right salary. And okay, coming back to the question that I would like to ask is that this, in the sense of a couple of years back that we were hit with pandemic, right? And there's a lot of people who are actually out of job because of the pandemic itself. So what happened is that the trend of going for freelancing is actually quite high, right?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people going for freelancing, and they find like this is actually quite easy compared to working 9 to 5 job. Do you think this plays a major role in the sense of the gap that we have in the sense of unemployment as well as finding the right candidates for jobs as well? Does it actually plays a role in the sense of that? Like banyak orang tak nak kerja, they just wait for the freelancing job.
I think that's not correct because currently even though you have a full-time job as a fresh grad kan, you are required to macam there's a statement lah said that you need to work 2 or 3 jobs in order for you to live in KL lah basically. So I think like freelance maybe they have a full-time job, but at the same time the condition force them to do a freelance job lah for them to earn a suitable wage of living.
So it's like freelance for you. It's they have a job and they have like a part-time freelance job.
Yeah.
Living as well.
Yeah, I think so, because if you say in terms of freelance, I mean not only Malaysia offer freelance job, overseas also offer other freelance job which pay more. Not in Malaysian currency, but also USD, maybe Euro or Singapore dollar. So I think that would be another attraction for the candidate to do freelancing rather than do like our 8 to 5 job.
Being in the office 9 to 5, so right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
I think that should be it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's an interesting question. Perhaps it does. I'm not too sure. Perhaps it does because people find it easier to do freelance things, you know. But I believe everyone should somehow at least get. I might be wrong lah, but this is just my point of view lah. Everyone should at least get some rough idea of how corporate world works, because only when you land in a corporate world or corporate job, you actually are exposed to how the real world works. You know, you learn so many things about people, about business, about management, etc. So I believe at least have some kind of exposure, but do not always stay in that. Like, you know, you should move towards building something yourself. That is what I think.
So it's a bit of deep of entrepreneurship, being in a
Yes.
corporate world as well. You need to keep on learning new skills
Yes.
as well. So at the end of the day, it brings you to something.
Correct.
Right.
Because end of the day, it is we are surrounded by people. Yeah, you need to learn, keep learning every day lah. So being in corporate world does teach you a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, GK.
Alright,
Appreciate
thank
a
you
lot.
so much. Right.
Thank you so much,
No
Dave.
problem.